Good morning, Hope City. My name is Adam, and in today's Daily Devo, we're going to be in Genesis 37. We are going to start in verse 3, which says, "Now Israel loved Joseph more than any other of his sons, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a robe of many colors." So this shows how Jacob, who is known as Israel at this point, is showing favoritism towards Joseph. Not only that, but really showing it because he made him a robe that sets him apart from his brothers. And this is where Jacob should have learned from the mistakes of his parents. If we go back 10 chapters in Genesis to Genesis 27, it is about Isaac and Rebekah having their favorites with their children Esau and Jacob. Isaac wanted to bless Esau. Rebekah hears this and sets up this plan to deceive Isaac, and they kill the goat and they put the goat's hair on Jacob's arm and back the neck to match Esau because Esau was a hairy man. And they deceive Isaac and he blesses Jacob instead. And this caused a hatred between Esau and Jacob. Esau vowed that he was going to kill Jacob when he saw him next. And yet you see years later with his own children, Jacob is now doing the exact same thing and having favorites. And you can see the result of this if we go further in chapter 37 to verse 31. It says, "Then they took Joseph's robe and slaughtered a goat and dipped the robe in the blood. And they sent the robe of many colors and brought it to their father and said, 'This we have found. Please identify whether it is your son's robe or not.' And he identified it and said, 'It is my son's robe. A fierce animal has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt torn to pieces.' Then Jacob tore his garments and put sackcloth on his loins and mourned for his son many days." This shows how his Joseph's brothers hated him so much for this favoritism that they sell him to Egypt. They sell him into slavery, and they deceive their father into thinking Joseph was killed. And the ironic poetry of it all is they use a goat to dip the robe in the goat's blood. So they used a goat to deceive Jacob, and Jacob years ago had used a goat to deceive his own father, Isaac. And now you see Jacob is just mourning for his son. He believes he just got killed. And the great thing that you can see in this chapter is at the very end in verse 36. It says, "Meanwhile, the Midianites had sold him in Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the captain of the guard." And that is always something we can hold on to is the meanwhile. Jacob can't see the good in this situation. He thinks he just lost his son. And meanwhile, God is working in the background. God is moving. His will, his plan is always going to be fulfilled. And this always brings you back to the verse, Romans 8:28. "All things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose." That is something that we can hold on to when we hit those hard times, those struggles, when we can't see how God is using this. We can hold on to the truth of his word that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. So as you guys go on through your week, hold on to that and that trust that God is working, even if I can't see it, that God is going to do good, that he will bring good and glory to him. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Daily Devo, and I'll catch you next time.